Hey everyone, Pharaoh over here, and I think I need to talk to y'all about something. Yesterday, while I was out doing some stuff, YouTube put out their new community guidelines. Now, if y'all remember the guidelines back in May, that had caused me to that had crippled my channel for the most part, because a third of what I talked about, or what I was going to talk about, because this particular way of making money was actually the best way to make some sort of beer money, but I couldn't even talk about it. I couldn't even mention its name. Well, starting November 17th, they are going to strengthen the enforcement of its guidelines around online gambling and graphic video game content. So first off, the graphic video game content part. So that part is basically involving, like, FPS games, talking about, shooting a bunch of things and all that. So they're going to start enforcing those rules. But the one that is most important here is the online gambling one. Turns out that the online gambling stuff also heavily involves Web3. So, Web3 and any content that involves earning money. So that includes Atlas Earth to a slight extent. And I say slight extent because a lot of the stuff that Atlas Earth does, especially the stuff that's coming up, is not going to be affected. What might be affected are something like gacha games, parcel rarities, stuff like that. So anything that involves a gacha element is likely going to be on the chopping block. Anyway, I did check because my video could possibly be affected, and I know a lot of you mentioned too, myself and Bronze Dragon are both going to be affected by this. But I did ask the my AI, Perplexity, to play the part of a community guidelines bot, basically, because all this is going to be done by AI. So there is going to be no human behind any of this. Nothing behind like flagging things, nothing behind demonetizing, nothing behind age restricting, and nothing behind appealing as well, because you still have a chance to appeal. So it's all going to be done by AI. So I thought to myself, okay, I'll ask my AI, Perplexity, play the role of a YouTube community guidelines bot, knowing what the new rules are on November 17th, and tell me which channels I need to demonetize, self-demonetize, and which channels I should probably unlist. Well, first off, none of the channels I need is going to be unlisted. However, as far as the demonetization thing and channels that they find flagged, well, let me show you. Okay, so to date, I have about 461 videos. And of them, these are the videos they see that I need to, that will almost certainly be flagged by the new community guidelines. And you can see here, there's some pretty popular videos, like how many parcels get you $1 a day on Atlas Earth. This is my most viewed video, just all time, my most viewed video at 46,000 views. And it's asking me, I'm probably going to need to self-demonetize that. And the reason why is because of earnings language, parcel randomness, looks like loot box gambling, highest engagement, algorithm priority for flagging. The next one, what it really takes to reach 100,000 parcels, even when I say why you shouldn't. And it says here, because of what it takes, acquisition focused, gambling like progression language, direct path to rewards framing. Moving on, how much money can you really make in Atlas Earth? That's direct earnings potential language. Again, 2025, same thing. Banned from Atlas Earth for too many epic legendary parcels. This is the one about when Zupfrog got banned for trading parcels with his dad, so that way he could have all the legendary parcels, and he was banned for that. He has since become Zupfrog 2. I don't know if he still plays or not. I think I see him from time to time, but shout out to Zupfrog. That is also rarity acquisition focus. You notice here a pattern here. Anything involving direct earnings potential, anything involving rarity acquisitions is likely going to be, and don't mind this like estimated revenue loss or anything like that, because this is just what they're expecting. Like I already have this money, guys. Come on. Like total wave 1 views 80,738. Yeah, that's all time though. Like I already gotten this money, so I don't understand. Anyway, AI can't always be perfect on that one, but you see here the channels that are the highest risk. And then the next one down, the ones that they ask me to self demonetize next. Morning in Atlas Earth, the math behind Stealth G605's 80K buying spree. Both of my Atlas Earth optimal strategy guides, the math behind the $100 24 parcel package, that's a very old one. Math behind the legendary parcel upgrades, apparently also is another one that was in risk. Ranking every Atlas Earth minigame. I am very surprised about that one, actually. So apparently the ones that are at medium high risk, and you see this pattern down here, especially on the lower end, is any minigame content just period. All right, any sort of minigame content is immediately gone. So I'm going to have to get rid of that. And there's some too that bleeds over to the medium risk category as well, where they ask me to likely monitor it, like the how-to guide for Atlas Earth, how to get more parcels in Atlas Earth, day in the life of an Atlas Earth whale. This one specifically, because of the whale language, is gambling community terminology. And, you know, while this one might likely be safe, again, having to call it terminology is putting me at risk as well. Calculating your personal break-even point in Atlas Earth, also another one. Financial optimization focus, also a medium flag. Getting started with the pocket games in Atlas Earth. Do you mean mini games, or I'll have to see about that one. I don't think I did a video called that, but I will double check that one. Could be the Atlas Arcade, I'm not sure. But there are certain things that it did say, like my Summer of Atlas series is probably okay. There's also, easy way to find badges for cities. So like I can still talk about how to get badges. I can still talk about how to get parcels and try to get the most parcels in a city, and the mayor races and the governor races and the presidency races. But I can't talk about like how much they spent on it. I can't talk about anything related to dollar earnings directly. And this is where I have a problem, because unlike other Atlas Earth channels, my channel thrives on actual earning analysis. And now you see why I decided to pivot. Come out looking like a freaking prophet here. I have no, I'm not joking. Like, remember when I said I was going to rebrand to Pharaoh Silver and I was going to start doing general finance and tech content? Well, this is exactly the reason why. Is because I kind of saw the writing on the wall on this, that a lot of beer money apps are dying, and anything involving making money in alternative ways could be set for targeting here. And honestly, I don't see it being too much longer before just talking about finance at all becomes taboo on YouTube, unless you are a CFP or certified CFP, which, I'm kind of sort of starting to look into possibly getting into, maybe, I don't know. But the reason why I wanted to tell you guys this is because I need to talk about the changes that I'm going to have to make. So first off, Beer Money Engine, the name has been officially scrapped. I've had to accelerate my rebrand, and Pharaoh Silver officially starts as of today. Well, technically it will start as of November 1st. And I am going to have to change how I'm going to do videos going forward, if I am going to do videos at all going forward, honestly, because honestly, I'm kind of tired. I genuinely am. I know a lot of people on YouTube see me as the villain, and they're cheering over this. I read it all over in mainstream videos, all that is hallelujah, gambling videos are done. I'm not a gambling channel, for God's sake. And I'm going to be heavily affected by this. Most of my biggest videos are going to be affected by this. All right, some of my biggest videos are going to be affected by this. I'm not a damn gambling channel. Doesn't matter. Anything involving earnings, anything involving alternative earnings whatsoever could be on the chopping block. So basically, the one thing that I'm good at, math, is something that a lot of people on YouTube just don't want to hear about, and YouTube itself does not find advertiser friendly. It's very clear what YouTube's trying to do here, and I'm not talking about like, they have this conspiracy or something that they hate earning or anything like that, although, some of the Karens might, but, that they hate anyone that tries to make money outside of a 9 to 5. I don't think YouTube hates that. I think they're trying to be more advertising friendly. Now, granted, you're going to have some Karens on there out here that absolutely do not want you to make any money outside of a 9 to 5. They want you suffering. They want you, to hinge your entire livelihood on working for someone else. And they don't want you to reach financial independence. That's not YouTube's goal. And I know I've been seeing some people on like X and other more controversial sites out there like Rumble that will probably say, oh, they are trying, there's a big conspiracy or anything. No, they're just trying to be more advertising friendly. They want to try to optimize advertising revenue as much as they can. Why do you think that they are restricting my ability to show you what you can earn on Atlas Earth, but they are still allowing advertising with actual porn in it? Like actual naked chicks. I'm not joking. I see it here and there every once in a while, especially if you're over the age of 21. All right? It's because they're trying to maximize revenue. The only thing that the company is about, first and foremost, is making money. How am I going to make the most money I possibly can? And if they see that most people are not going to care and they're going to continue to use YouTube anyway, and that's 95% likely going to happen because I don't see any alternative. They basically have a monopoly. Rumble does not count, okay? Rumble is hardly an alternative. But YouTube, 95% is still going to be the dominant platform going forward, and the dominant platform by a wide margin. Then why would they not focus on trying to maximize advertising revenue? And by doing that, getting rid of those that are not advertising friendly, like, finance channels or, the alternative finance channels, for example. So I get it. It makes sense. And I'm going to pivot because I don't have a choice now. I had been kind of like been a little bit wishy-washy on this, but now I don't really have a choice. And y'all are asking me, well, how come I was trying to pivot and all that and trying to move away from the thing that was making me the most money? Well, you finally have your answer now, guys. This is why. All right? So I don't know what I'm going to do right now. I am considering many options right now, like, I got a secret thing. We'll talk about that very soon, but honestly, even that, I don't know if I'm going to be doing that right now. Right now, I just feel like I just want to get through my medical stuff over this weekend and reevaluate what I want to do with the channel just in general. I did not expect this to happen quite like this, and I apologize for you all who had been, hoping for something a little bit more exciting, because today was the day I was going to show my break-even video on Atlas Earth. And that's going to be moved. I don't even know if I can even post it still, but I'm going to try. It seems like anything involving cashing out could be at risk at this point after November 17th. So we'll see where it goes from here. If you guys want to talk to me on Discord or whatnot, if you have any ideas, let me know. But yeah, the mainstream one, I guess, on this one, I guess. So I don't know what I'm going to do going forward. Now, other beer money apps like survey sites and cashback sites are likely going to be safe. But for now, but as I said, there are countries like in Australia, India, and Singapore that are already cracking down on finance content as it is. How much longer before we see it elsewhere and start spreading, So I don't know what I'm going to do right now. I got a lot to think about, but I just want to let y'all know what's on my mind right now and let y'all know that, hey, I called it as well, but I wish I didn't. So, and this also explains why Atlas Earth has been pulling away a little bit from the math behind things too. I mean, Sammy Khan mentioned in his Ask Me Anything CEO, he wants to pull away from the math stuff and want to bring in experiences because that is more monetizable than hard math and hard financial analysis and stuff like that. All right. So if it seems like that Atlas are trying to make a new identity, I'm trying to make a new identity, well, read the writing on the wall, people. Anyway, I'm going to go take a break now. No stream this week. I'm not feeling it. I got to get through medical stuff. I'll see y'all later, everyone. Pharaoh Silver, signing out.